Go ahead.
Dallas Stars! Come on, I couldn't even sleep last night, you guys. I could not sleep. I just pulled an all-nighter. I was so excited for this.
Jake Riepma in studio, our Stars insider living at the AAC. He was there for Game 6 Friday. What was it like in the building? I like that hat.
Yeah. You know what? I had a whole unboxing video I was going to send to Bobby to ruin his weekend, but I thought, I'll just pump the brakes on that. I'll ruin his Monday morning instead with my excitement
with the kids
because his skin's crawling. But I don't care. It was game number 6. I will say though, entering game number 6, there was a little bit of weather, so there's no pregame street hockey game. I was bummed I couldn't go by in PNC Plaza and play a little street hockey. But it was.
Are they playing street hockey beforehand?
Yeah, most of the game. But it rained recently. On Saturday night, so we didn't have the street hockey game, but it was a focused atmosphere, walking in a business-like mentality in game number 6, and it played out.
All right, go ahead and give us your game recap before we preview the Oilers. The Stars, of course, back in the West Finals for the 3rd straight year. A lot of emotion over Mark Scheifele and what happened with his pops.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's a whole nother angle that I think hockey, you could make the case, does the best as a sport, top down, from management to fans to just understanding the magnitude of the moment. And credit to Scheifele. Oh, my goodness. He comes out and scores the first goal. Yeah. I mean, a stick tap, a salute to him, and also to Stars.
We don't stick tap them. We're not stick tapping anybody at Winnipeg.
No. So, but the Stars fans donated $55 for his jersey number to a lot of his charities. And I believe Stars management, the ownership group, arranged for him to fly privately back to his hometown immediately following the game so he could be with his family. So first-class organization, just like we're a first-class team right here, Sean and RJ. First class, baby. First class. Come on.
That's right.
All right, but game recap. I mean, that hockey game had everything you could ask for. It had physicality. It had some of the best goaltending you will see, mostly by Jake Ottinger, because the saves that he made to keep the Stars alive. And the Stars did not win that game without Jake Ottinger, and highlighting that was one of the best saves you will see. I know Wolchuk was at the game. He tweeted out the picture. I tweeted out the screenshot of Appleton for the Jets getting ready to shoot on a wide open net, and somehow Ottinger,
he whiffed it.
Yeah, he should have put more mustard on it, no doubt. But from Ottinger to get side to side on that tic-tac-toe pass, because the Jets tried to get a little fancy on that. It was an odd man rush, and I understand the tic-tac-toe play because you got a wide open net, and if executed, it's unstoppable. But the shot wasn't in the pristine spot it needed to be. Ottinger gets over in time, and it wasn't conventional because he kind of throws his hands at it and makes an incredible save.
Jake Riepma in studio. This hasn't gotten to the point, though, where, like, for the next 2 or 3 regular seasons, you would take Ottinger over Hellebuck?
Well, regular seasons? No, not the regular
No, your goalie
season.
moving forward. You're drafting a team.
Yeah,
The United States goalie should be Jake Ottinger going into the Olympics.
It won't be. They're going to make it as Hellebuck just because of.
Well, who would you take?
Why? Because Otter's better. Otter's better.
Yeah, regular season. I'll take Hellebuck. I mean, he's the best. He's been the best.
Okay, so
for like 5 years.
He can't elevate his game when it matters most.
We're talking regular
No, I'm
season.
not talking regular season.
Oh,
You're
you said-
drafting a team for the next 3 years.
Oh, I wouldn't put Hellebuck.
So you would take Ottinger over him.
In a playoff for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Hellebuck stinks.
So you're
especially
taking,
away
but
from
you're
home.
taking Ottinger and drafting your team. Not stop separating them.
Well,
just everything all encompassing.
It's hard. Like Hellebuck can literally lead you to the 1 seed. Right? He could take a mid. They're a good team, but they're not like the Stars are a much better team. He could take a mid team to the 1 seed, but all the flaws of the team come out in the playoffs when he doesn't play his best.
Give me my guy Ottinger. I'll run through a brick wall for him.
I don't. Well, I think you would try. So let's talk about the penalty. You said 10 out of 10 times that leads to a penalty shot.
Oh yeah, I was fired up hearing you guys talk about that this morning because throw the time and score, the juncture of the game out the window. Officiate the game the way it should be officiated. If that's a penalty shot in the first period in the regular season, it's a penalty shot in the closing seconds of a playoff game. He was clearly unimpeded from the neutral zone or the scoring zone. He was unimpeded, and Steele's going in, and he's got nobody on him, and the penalty that takes his feet out, that's clearly a penalty shot. It should have been a penalty shot. But that said, Stars power play has been really good. You take a 2-minute power play on clean ice, and Sam Steele talked about that post-game, said, look, in the moment, yeah, I wanted the penalty shot, but knowing that you had 2 minutes of a power play to start overtime, and obviously they go out and execute.
Yeah, it is the great sports debate. Like, do you change how you officiate late in game? Like, you're not going to get strike 3 to end a World Series on the black. It's good. It's got to be like, hey, this thing's over the plate.
I'm okay with it.
I'm fine with it too.
It's easier to be okay with it when you're up 3-2 as well.
It is. There's no doubt about that. I was okay with it because, you are a little bit more tight with your whistle in the late third period, just to get a penalty. Late in the third period is, you got to.
But that was egregious.
It was egregious.
Open ice.
That's what it has to be to get a penalty late in the third period.
Right. I was okay with it because they scored, but if they would not have, that would have been a plant the flag. I am dying on that hill take, but it didn't cost the Stars.
So we know about Steele, and we know about Harley, and we know about Otter, but you wanted to talk about Miro and the difference he's making.
Absolutely, because obviously he had been out, and the runway to get back to game speed, nobody knows exactly how long that's going to take. Not that he wasn't excellent in his first game, but I thought he made such a significant step in that last game. In game number 6, the Stars win it. Take a look at listen to some of these notes. When Miro was on the ice, this is the Miro difference. The Stars outshot, now these are shot attempts, not all of them landed, the Jets 46-13. Scoring chances, 20-5 in favor of Dallas. And most importantly, high danger chances. So the really quality, high scoring chances, 11-1 in favor of the Stars. He's joining the rush. He's creating open ice for guys. He's able to be versatile as a defenseman and provide that scoring threat. And he looked more like himself in game number 6. So that's only good things for the Stars moving forward.
And now, Bob, we move on to the Western Conference Finals. And who's favored?
The Edmonton Oilers, for some reason. I don't know where this came from, because all postseason, hasn't it been Dallas?
All postseason.
Dallas has been Edmonton the entire time. Now all of a sudden we get to the West Finals, and ESPN has them as the betting favorite, the Edmonton Oilers.
It drew close at the end of the last series, where the Stars were plus 250 to win the Cup, and Edmonton was the next at plus 270, so it was really, really close.
The Stars have home ice.
This is close. It's Oilers minus 120, Stars plus 100. But for the Stanley Cup, it's Oilers plus 250, Stars plus 350 now, according to ESPN.
Yeah, look, you're getting into you're in the Final Four. Maybe they're just saying, look, best player they have the two best players, or two of the best players in the world, so they're just going to ride that. Just to be fair, Edmonton rode McDavid last year in this series.
Yeah, I think that's where I was going to go with it, because Draisaitl and McDavid, two of the best players in the sport. Obviously, McDavid, the best player in the sport, and they've been really good, but it hasn't been the traditional way you would expect with an onslaught of goals. McDavid's only scored 3 goals. Draisaitl, they're 1-2 in points on the Edmonton Oilers, but Draisaitl has only had 3 goals as well. So they're not scoring as much. They're getting it done with the playmaking in the assist category, both McDavid and Draisaitl. So maybe there's the thought process of they got to wake up and start scoring some goals.
22 different players saw ice time for Edmonton in their first 11 games of the postseason. Of the 22, 16 of them have scored.
Whoa. There's some balance.
They've gotten some balance, which is not what Edmonton's been like over the last year. It's been basically the McDavid Draisaitl show.
Jake Riepma in studio, rocking the Keller Indians shirt as well, to go along with the Dallas Stars hat, live on the Fan Cam, Twitch, and YouTube. What's going on with Edmonton in net?
That's the $1 million question. It is a mystery, and you're going to pull your hair out trying to solve this mystery, because now in goal for Edmonton, Stuart Skinner. Now, Stars fans know that from the rematch from last year's Western Conference Finals, but it wasn't always Stuart Skinner in goal. Calvin Picker was the backup goalie that came on to replace Stuart Skinner in the opening series against the Kings, because Skinner was terrible, egregiously bad, like Connor Hellebuyck on the road bad.
Oh, no.
And so when you have Pickard come in, when you make a goalie change in the postseason, obviously that's the head coach telling the rest of the guys, this is who I think we can win with. Now, Pickard gets hurt in the Vegas series. So now you're back to the backup, and you're thinking, what is Skinner? This is a liability, especially with the way Game 4 ended against Vegas, where Skinner makes an egregious goaltending move, allowing Vegas to score at the horn. So what does Skinner come back and do? Back-to-back shutouts. So he has the potential, back-to-back shutouts, to clinch that series against Vegas. And so it really is just a roller coaster, where this guy can be a brick wall or he can be Swiss cheese and net, and you never really know what's going to show up.
It's so frustrating. I hate watching that because even when you're playing a goalie like that, you don't know what to expect. That's really annoying.
Yeah, and he was not good against the Stars in the regular season. Dallas won 2 of 3 against Edmonton in the regular season, but he just there's always that little glimpse. And I hate to give Hellebuck any credit, but he played very well in game number 6. And I was texting with the same hockey group of, oh boy, is Hellebuck maybe finding himself on the road a little bit here? So to clinch that series and move on, I think was a big deal.
So what was it like there in the plaza after they won?
Oh, it was electric. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. I can't wait to go back. And I'm so excited the Stars got home ice advantage. We get guaranteed 7 o'clock puck drops. It's going to be electric. But last Saturday night, I was like a kid with, this is going to come as a huge surprise, but got a little ADHD that I work through, and I'm walking around in the plaza after, who wants to talk? Got a couple of good sound bites. The Tolos are always electric after a win. And I had a little guy telling me that Sean and RJ was his favorite show.
Nice.
Like a kid?
Yeah.
For the
demographic.
Franklin Fantex. Is the flasher for the Orioles from last season going to be
Please,
there?
God.
Great question.
The Oilers flasher,
The flasher, the Oiler flasher.
Free the nipple.
Yes. Well, Biz, I heard you guys talking about Biz, one of the, Biz Nasty on TNT, that he's down in the dumps a little bit, and maybe that's what he needs to help him recover after his
I
Leafs
saw
late
Bieber's outfit yesterday and said, I'm done with this. That was awful.
Do you have initial feels on both series?
I would say
Not homering it up. Don't be a homer.
Right. No. What's interesting about Edmonton is their power play has not gotten started. It's 1 for 9 in the postseason, which is not good. And they've been traditionally such a strong power play team because they have so much firepower. And the Stars have started to be really good on 5-on-5. So I know it's not groundbreaking rocket science, but the Stars stay out of the penalty box. I feel good about how well the Stars can play in 5-on-5. So I feel Stars in 7. Like, it's going to be a rock 'em, sock 'em, punch it, grind it out kind of game. Now, Eastern Conference, we got rid of the Canada team, so that's all that matters. But I think when Florida comes out, they boat raced the Maple Leafs in that opening period. Didn't even score, but you just felt them dominate that game.
Gutless.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you got all the corporate fans for the Maple Leafs in the lower bowl. They talk about, it's the best ticket in hockey. Yeah, it's the hardest one to get, and all the real fans are up in the nosebleeds. You can't hear them. They got more fans in Maple Leaf Square than they do actually in the game. That's their problem.
Jake Riepma in studio, bringing it strong.
Most electrifying man in sports radio.
Let's talk
Sports
hockey.
radio. Most electrifying man, baby.
Thank you, Jake. Give him a follow on social media as well. He'll be joining us to recap every game. Game 1 Wednesday night. AAC, he will be there at 7 p.m. Tony